There we go. There we go. There we go. It wasn't one. What up, gang? Let me see where I'm at. What's up, everybody? What's up? Can y'all hear me? I'm good on the mic. Hey, man, welcome to Late Night with Pastor Mike at 9 o'clock per everyone else insistence. Y'all was like 10 o'clock is too late, so I don't know. I guess we have to wait for us to get on and popping before we can do that time. I'll try to get these on at 9 o'clock though. y'all gotta be in bed. Mimi said it's the technical difficulties. I know, right? Like, webcam wasn't on. I'm like, man, every night I log on is something. Every night. Skip frames detected, 37%. I don't even know what that means. Can y'all see me well? Is everything coming through? And we already in bed. Hey, I know it, man. I 9 o'clock, man. Y'all strict, boy. Y'all strict. Where we at? I wanted to throw this over to Twitter. Can I throw this over to Twitter real quick? I'm over here doing too much. All right, man. We're gonna hop into it tonight. All right, I'm Pastor Mike Will, Black Dads Club. We can see what half the screen is black. Yeah, I haven't fixed that yet. But you have me in the small frame, right? Hey, y'all, welcome to the room, man. Welcome to the room. We got technical difficulties going on right now. We got a little bit of politics to talk about right now. Yeah, I had to figure that out down the road. You're gonna have to get minimum good looks tonight. All right. All right, cool. So, welcome to the Black Dads Club. Welcome to all the new followers, man. We just hit 7,000 probably about 20 minutes ago. So, thank you all you guys that are coming over to start to support the Black Dads Club. Not a parenting podcast, but we are parents. Mostly focused on the things that affect black men in today's day and age, knocking back narratives, reclaiming our PR. Let's see if we can get started tonight. What do I got tonight? Hey, welcome to the room, guys. Hey, Brock's a rough day for the market. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be interesting, man, since we decided to put tariffs on everybody. Insane times, my friend. Insane times. So last week I introduced myself a little bit, but I guess I need to do this every week for new folks. I'm Pastor Mike Will, half of the Black Dads Club podcast. We are 3 years old, going on 4 years old. One of the things that we focus on basically is positive PR for black men. So sometimes we're funny. Sometimes we are serious. Sometimes we're wrong. Most of the time not, though. So I know you guys, I told you guys I always start out with some how to get hired tips, some new tips to get hired. Dow futures down over 1,000. That's insane. Oh, yeah, we can talk about the dad in the McDonald's, man. I would like some feedback on that. But last week I know we talked about how to get hired in a competitive job market, and one of the things that I noticed was resumes. Man, one of the hey, welcome Greensboro. One of the most simplest ways to get your resume tossed is not having your phone number and city at the top of your resume next to your name. That drives headhunters and recruiters wild. And I know that sounds simple, but I actually looked at somebody's resume last week, a very intelligent person, and they did not have their city and their phone number at the top. So how do I get in touch with you? We're not looking at resumes for a long period of time. We're looking at resumes. I don't even want to tell you how long because you're going to be sad. But we're not looking at them for a long period of time. So you got to make it easy for us. So like I said, last week we talked about getting hired in a competitive market. This week, just some resume snafus to clean up. So, one, the basics: name, address, phone number. Not your full address, but all that needs to be at the top. The second thing is when you apply for a job and you go through job boards, sometimes job boards send your information in jumbled. Sometimes it sends it in late. I always recommend applying directly to the company's website. So if you see it on the job board, go to the company's website, skip the easy apply, go to the website, fill it out. A lot of times that's going to pop up on a recruiter's dashboard a lot faster than job boards. Job boards, a lot of times they all come in batch. Do not put your pic on your resume. Really shouldn't put your LinkedIn on there either. I know that's controversial, but it's so many rules when it comes to hiring someone and basically having an impression of somebody and deciding if you want to hire them or not. So yeah, don't put your it. I have seen it help some very beautiful people though. I will say, sadly, I have seen that. But if you're not a very beautiful person, if you're not that confident, don't do it. Last thing, when you do apply for these jobs on a company's website, please, for the love of God, if you do not know who the recruiter is on that job, do not reach out to a random person at the company. That is the quickest way to have a recruiter. They're going to call you because they're going to have to, because you don't reach out to the president of the company, and they're going to grill you. They're not going to. So you better be good if you reach out to somebody's director or their senior manager or a senior director or a VP. Yeah, baddies can add their picks. That's like real baddies, like baddies for real, not like you, not the persona of baddies. But hey, yeah, for the love of God, do not reach out to these people, directors, VPs, president of the companies, telling them that you want to work for the company and you applied for the job. They are going to call you and you are going to get grilled, and then your resume is not going to make it to the hiring manager. Nobody likes that. Now, you can reach out to the recruiter of the job. If you're on LinkedIn, feel free to reach out to the recruiter if the recruiter's listed. If you do not see the recruiter for the job, look for recruiters that work for the organization and say, hey, I applied for a job. Are you a recruiter for this job? If not, can you get me in touch with the correct recruiter? That's perfectly okay. But for the love of God, do not reach out to department heads and VPs and presidents for these jobs. Please do not do it. Do yourself a favor and don't do that. So resume wise, all right, we got it clear. Name, address, top. That summary, really don't need it. I mean, unless you're an Olympiad, really don't need that summary up there. Education can be put at the bottom if you have experience. If you do not have experience, you can lead with your education. Unless you went to like a Harvard or something, you went to an impressive school, feel free. But typically we're going to see your education. Now, when you apply for the job, I told you, go directly to the company's website. Do not use one generic resume and apply to every role. I know this sounds crazy, but this is a competitive job market. Make sure you craft each resume. Take the extra 5 minutes. It's going to take 5 minutes. Stop applying for 50 jobs and apply for 5 maybe every day. And make sure your resume is crafted to whatever that job description is. Now, one thing that I've noticed that people don't do, and probably because we never tell people to do this, whenever you look at a job description, go to where it says preferred qualifications. That's actually who they really want. All right. They just know that person's going to be hard to get for the money that they're offering. If you have 2 or 3 of those preferred qualifications, make sure they're in your job description at the top, because that's going to make you an A applicant, right? So not what the job description says, not just what the qualifications are. Preferred qualifications. If you don't have any of the preferred qualifications, I'm gonna be honest, you're probably not gonna get a call back unless they're really not getting a lot of applicants for that job. But if you see preferred qualifications, that's what they really want for the job. That's what they're really trying to hire. So if you have those, make sure that those are in your job descriptions. So if y'all got any questions on it, I'll let you know. That's all I'm gonna touch on for tonight. I could talk about talent acquisition all night. Most of that is boring, but I just kind of want to help you guys out. Gav said he want to start with the dad that was at McDonald's. I'm gonna tell you, man, this is a soft generation. I am almost certain when we was growing up, we were babysitting one another at 10 years old, maybe 12. At 12 at minimum, but at 10 years old, I know for a fact we were babysitting. So all the problems that I would have with this situation have already occurred, right? Him being 24 with a 10-year-old, that problem has already occurred. So we can't really fault him for that. Having 3 kids at 24, that problem has also already occurred. So I really don't. It isn't cool, but bruh, in rural, because this happened in Georgia, right? Was it Georgia or North Carolina? This was somewhere rural. Like, this wasn't in like Detroit or Atlanta. You know, I'm always shooting bail. Like I said, all the problems have already occurred. I mean, look, this is why you need to have, but this goes to prove this is why you got to have a community. You got to have a community. You got to have, you know, a friend that you can be like, hey, can I drop the kids off for a couple hours while I go in for an interview? Personally, I probably would have brought my kid to the interview. Well, he had 3 kids, but that's probably what I would have did. I would have came in there with some donuts, went to the receptionist, and said, "Hey, can my kid sit here while I go through this interview?" But the whole McDonald's thing, I don't think it's arrest worthy. I think he needs help worthy, and I think there's a question in the community of why we do not have friends in our community that we can rely upon in important situations. Hey, Gabe, you know I'm always shoot bail, and like I said, man, I'm almost certain that happened in the country, man. Like, that's some country stuff right there. I can't get mad at it. I mean, 2 hours at McDonald's is excessive. That should have been like 30 minutes. But what he should have did is took him to the job and asked the receptionist, be like, hey, should have brought some Krispy Kreme donuts, and asked the receptionist, be like, hey, man, I had to bring my kids. The mom is sick today. Really hope you don't mind. She would have gladly watched them kids for him. But 24-year-old young man, we don't know what we don't know. Let's see here. Response to Viola Davis. I see that went out. Yeah, I'm gonna stay on her about that, man. I'm gonna stay on the fact that, yeah, but here's the thing, though, right? DSS gonna have those kids. Are they gonna be better off than they are with him? And then what's crazy is I believe they say when he got arrested that the mother came and picked up the kids. That is insane. That is the crazy part. Hey, I will say, I like the way this Viola Davis came, and then it just went. Let's see what people are saying about it right now. Let's go check the comments out real quick. I'm not gonna read the comments from the one from last week. Those were mean. Then she came after he was arrested. Yeah, she should have just watched the kids, boy. Hey, man, one of the things that we always say, look, if you don't want to marry them, you do not want a baby with them. This is something that we need to really, really, really drill in our community. If you don't want to marry them, you do not want a child with them. So let me ask y'all in the audience, what I know everybody's trying to say Viola Davis didn't mean it like that. Why say it? Why say I looked over there at Chadwick and I felt that his wife or fiance was doing a little too much, you know, while they were shooting on what was the name of that movie? It was a period piece. Well, you know, I got a better question. What is the issue catering to black men? Like what's the issue? Like what if you dating somebody or you like somebody, wouldn't it be nice to just cater to them, rub their back, show the world that like this is the person that you chose? Like why do we have an issue with that? It really was. What's funny is we actually was having a conversation about Chadwick that Thursday night. Like just like not even this, just talking about him in general and how short period of time he really put together, you know, a career of acting. Like I mean, people can act 20 years and never put together the career that he had. But let's get back to this. Why nobody wants to cater to black men? Like what is it? And why is it always so much fake news, you know, around what we do? Because I also see everybody's talking about what was it, college admission rates, like because only 19% of black men are going to Howard. I mean a lot of that probably has to do with Howard tuition. What is Howard's tuition? Let's see. Howard tuition and fees is $33,000 a year. All right, that's probably why you only have 20% of black men going to Howard right now. Well, the ones who are catering are minding their business, but the ones who won't cater are not minding their business, Mimi. Like, that is the problem. Like, the problem is, you know, we're in an environment where Viola Davis. Well, okay, well, LaShawna, let's address it, right? You feel like the negativity has always been highlighted. Viola Davis could have said nothing about Chadwick Boseman, right? Chadwick isn't a Pookie. He isn't a Octavius. Like, he isn't somebody that you should really be saying, like, I don't think he deserved that. I mean, he's rest in peace for goodness sake. It should have been, you know, one of those things where it's just like, yo, he deserved everything that he got. He deserved more. And I don't know the context. I didn't watch the interview. I'm just reading, and I actually read it again before I came on here just to make sure that I wasn't kicking in my fellow South Carolinian back for no reason. But I think there is a question of why, if when we're catered to, is that an issue? Like, why is it when black men are receiving special treatment, it's like, you don't deserve that. That ain't yours. That belongs to somebody else. And if we don't say something about it, then who's going to say something about it? Who's going to address it? It just every time this happens, if we just be like, all right, we're going to ignore it. When does it get addressed? Like, when do we deserve it? And I'm not looking for questions from the chat. I'm just saying, like, this is a question where, you know, as guys, we're like, dang, man, like, I can't get my back rubbed. My woman can't cater to me. If we was talking about, if we was thinking about buying, you know, bags, I don't think anybody would be upset. I can agree with my co-host here. Real issue for both men and women when you don't get your desires at home, you're mad at the other. I can agree with that. LaShawna, we baby girl, we can't even get y'all off our necks for college enrollment right now, which I'm about to talk about in a few. Like the part of it is when it comes to what we do as black men, right? If we do everything that you say we don't do, right? Like you say, hey, y'all don't go to college. Those of us who go to college be like, yo, man, ain't nobody throwing the cookout after that. No, we think his wife did. His wife did everything that she was supposed to do as a wife. All right. It was an outside person that was like, I looked over there and I felt she was doing too much. Somebody that should have said nothing. And that's the point that I'm trying to get at. Like, she didn't have to say anything. She could have just let it slide. Brock say leave all women. All right. We're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna leave that one alone. Here's the thing about the college admissions talk. It's bullshit. I might not be cursing on here. Freaking lives. It's BS. It's BS. I went and pulled the numbers. It's fake news. Fake news. Everybody's admission rates are down. Every single person. Went to Pew Research. All right. Pew Research had enrollment rates. These are not graduation rates. These are enrollment rates. And enrollment rates matter. All right. The gender gap in college enrollment has widened significantly since 2011. Right. This is from 18 to 24-year-olds. Right. Of white men and women. In 2011, it was 49% men was enrolled in college. 49% of all white men. As of 2022, 40%. So white men fell 9%. White women went from 52 to 50%. So white women fell 2%. All right. Hispanic enrollment in 2011 was 42% for men. They fell to 33%. They also fell 9 points. Their women fell 6 points between 2011 and 2006. So as you can see, everybody enrollment rates are going down. All right. So we got white guys at 40%. We have Hispanic guys at 33%. Where do y'all think black men are at? Right? Because remember, everything on Twitter today is black boys are not going to college. Black men came in the middle at 37%. All right. And that fell from 42%. So black males actually failed the least. Black males fell from 42% to 37%. The gap between black males and black women, 7 points. 7 points, which is the smallest difference between genders of demographics. White men fell 9 points. White men fell 10 points. Black men fell 7. Hispanic men fell 11. So everything is telling you that, oh my God, black boys are not going to college. They're falling off. Right? And this is why, and this is what I really hate about it, right? This is how disingenuous it is. Y'all didn't see the Howard report? Google black men enrollment rates. Howard. Just pull it up real quick. Just pull it up real quick. Y'all can't be on the internet. Y'all can't not be on the internet and don't look at the news all day and then say I didn't hear it. Right? Nobody's going to come in your house and tell you. You do have to follow the news. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a crazy time right now, LaShawna. I mean, I could, yeah, the news definitely be on. I mean, I could pull up news right now. I could just put in black men enrollment rates. I promise you a new article. Let me see if I can find a news break real quick. Let's see here. Black male college. All right. NCAT launches program to boost enrollment of black men at HBCUs, and I honestly think that's the real problem. I think what's being buried right now is the fact that black males are still going to college. They're just not going to HBCUs, and that's a question that we can have. Like, hey, why aren't black males going to HBCUs compared to other colleges? That's a legitimate question. But before we get there, though, we gotta fix my dude. My feed is all news. Facts. Well, I mean, the thing is, it's just enrollment rates. It's just enrollment rates. And y'all gotta understand. I follow like a lot of like black professors too. So a lot of this is think tank before it actually reaches the mainstream. I mean, here's the thing. They could be mad about the HBCUs, but remember, y'all probably don't remember this. When Barack Obama launched My Brother's Keeper, which was after Trayvon Martin was murdered. When he launched that, it was a huge outcry because it was like, hey, this is something that's exclusive just to black boys. And they were like, this should include black women as well, black girls as well. It was like an open letter. Let's see here. Let me see. I can find this. I'm pretty sure I got this in somewhere in my notes. Like, who signed off on this letter? Alice Walker signed off on it. Anita Hill, Rosario Dawson. A letter of 200 concerned black men calling for the inclusion of women and girls in My Brother's Keeper. So that's why I find this to be a little disingenuous that now we're like, oh, the black boys are not going to college, and it's like, well, they are still going to college. If you want to say they're not attending HBCUs, that's fair, but that's a different problem. That's a different question, and you probably going to have to fix that by making the PWIs and HBCUs similar. Is that when J. Cole came to the White House? I actually think, yeah. And J. Cole's always dressed like a homeless man. We can't have anything. I think the biggest problem is no matter what, I don't think anybody sees black men as a victim ever, right? Like if black men are suffering at something, it has to be black men and somebody else, right? It doesn't matter whatever the numbers say, right? It has to be, well, if it's black men then suffering, then it also has to be black women, right? But the inverse of that statement is not true. Right? If it's gonna be black girl magic, it's just black girl magic. Right? We can exclude the boys. And when you do stuff like that, you are gonna have enrollment rates is gonna drop at HBCUs because you don't have anything to bring young black men to HBCUs. And I think we just proven that black men are still going to college, but yeah, they're going to go to PWIs. They're going where all their friends are going. You could pay $34,000 at Howard, or you could pay. I mean, you can go to A&T. I mean, A&T is a state school, though. You can pay $3,500 at A&T. 35. It's probably a semester, but still, like that. Most states don't have HBCUs that are state-run colleges the way that North Carolina does. Like, we are blessed with that in the state of North Carolina, where you do have good state schools that are still affordable. Yeah, we're going where it's free. And typically that's not going to be an HBCU. All right, so what else? All right, we got tariffs. Don't check your 401k for probably the next 4 years. What else we got going on? Let's see here. Oh, I know what I'm missing on. Oh, yeah. Cory Booker. My brother. Cory Booker just was the face of the resistance against the, I don't know, what are we going to call it? Foolishness, chicanery. So inspiring. 25-hour speech. Let me just say, I don't care. I do not understand why our black behinds are the face of defeating fascism. I have no idea why. Let's see here. We got Cory Booker. We got Hakeem Jeffries. Look, Hakeem got to do what he got to do. He's the minority whip. Jasmine Crockett, who's cosplaying as a ratchet, grew up with two parents, went to private schools. Let's read some of the tweets. Let's read some of the tweets that came in for what Cory Booker did. Girls will be like, I need this, and it's Cory Booker's filibuster. Booker's team just told MSNBC that they've gotten 14,000 voicemails from people supporting Cory's filibuster and sharing their stories, and 280 million people have liked his speech on TikTok alone. A masterclass in capturing attention. Couldn't call Booker's office, couldn't get through. Someone's quoting Kendrick Lamar, the revolution will not be televised, blah, blah, blah. Cory Booker, hold my binder. All right, so everybody is praising Cory Booker for what he did. And the question that I have is, where the hell is Tim Kaine and Adam Schiff? Like, where is Tim? Didn't Tim Kaine run for president? Wasn't that a thing? Where's Adam Schiff? Like, why is Hakeem Jeffries, Jasmine, and Cory Booker, why are they the resistance against this problem that Negroes in this country did not create? Why do we not have Anglo males, Anglo heteronormative males, right? Straight white men that supposedly are against everything that Trump is against. Like, why Tim Kaine and Adam Schiff are not doing what Cory Booker's doing? Why they're not doing what Jasmine Crockett is doing? Why is this coming from our side? Why are we the face of this? This is not a problem that we created. We've never been a part of what's going on right now. Where is Tim Kaine and Adam Schiff? I think his name. I think it's Adam Schiff, the Democrat out of California. And at this point, I'm starting to think that white male Democratic leaders, I'm starting to think that they agree with what Trump is doing. They're the most masculine in the Democratic Party. Martin, that's a problem. That is a problem. That is a problem in the Democratic Party. I can agree that Big Pharma Corey is a little disingenuous. I can agree there. But at some point, the Democratic Party has to position a masculine Anglo male. Hey, can we do away with identity politics for just a moment? Personally, I am sick of it. Like this is not. Look, we'll participate. You know, it's a group project, so you know, hey, we'll come to the library. But we didn't screw this up. So us always being the front of it, because after they get finished with all the immigrants, after they get finished stealing as much as they can, right? Where are they going to turn their attention to? You think they're going to turn it to Tim Kaine, Adam Schiff, Elizabeth Warren? You think that's what they're going to turn their attention to? No, they're going to be on our asses the same way that COINTELPRO worked. You know, back in the 60s. Like, why are you investigating the Panthers who have a breakfast program and you not investigating the Klan? And I know the answer to that, right? Bruce Wayne and Batman is not in the same place at the same time. I mean, I get it, right? That was rhetorical. But I don't want us to be the face of this, right? I want Democrats to figure this out on their own. Because it's not like every time that we show up and we do clean up on aisle 7, it's not like anybody looks and say, you know what? We should probably just leave y'all in charge. We probably should leave the most egalitarian, masculine male in charge of the party. But nope, they didn't. They did not do it when they put Jamie Harris at the front of the party, and they didn't do it when they who they elected this time? Ken Martin. I mean, shit. Where's Ken Martin? Anyway, that's gonna be all my political talk for tonight. What do y'all have before we hop off here? So back to the pod. We did record yesterday. We did drop a new episode. Some of the things that we went over on the pod yesterday. Let's get you pulled up. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, Sean Kingston and his mom going to jail, and the Hawk 2 girl actually got off. Hey man, you gotta love this country. You gotta love this country. Would I take a charge for my mom? If they put me in federal prison, and it's like you gotta be like less than like 5 years. I'm not going to state prison. I'm not going to state prison for nobody. I ain't got time for all that. All right. Last week's episode. Now, this week's episode we dropped. We briefly talked about DJ Ack and Kanye. Obviously, we talked about Viola Davis. We talked about Marvin Sapp. Erykah Badu, Farrah Foul, that she wore the fake BBL. He said, "You do the crime, you do the time." Well, I think Sean Kingston and his mama was in on it together. So like Sean should have took the charge. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have just been like, if y'all getting caught together, somebody gotta stay out, man. All your money gonna be gone if nobody stays out. Let's see. LeBron, Stephen A. Smith talked about that, and we can wrap up with this. Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards said, he said, "Run me the check, la cuenta por favor." We can finish up with Anthony Edwards. That's his mama's second time. Well, if it's a second time, mama would have had to go to jail because mama ain't learning. But if it's mama first time and we did it together, I'll take the charge for mama. Hey, Anthony, look. Here's the thing with the Anthony Edwards situation, man. I don't think it's good, but I think it's an opportunity to have a conversation with Anthony Edwards. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, on repeat. Yeah, mama do it again. Mom, you need to go to jail. So Sean Kingston should have been out. Mom should be in jail. This is her second time. Hey, and first off, I think Anthony Edwards being young and impulsive because I've never known for a child support case to be closed. I don't know. Maybe it's different in whatever state he's doing this in. Like, because as far as I know, when it comes to child support, that's an open case until your kid ages out. It's like it remains an open case, so women can get adjustments along the way. So if he cut her a check, I guess if she get an adjustment, he'll just pay the adjustment and keep it moving. It lends to the question, the old lady trying to get a check with a young boy, that's grooming. We do not hear that Anthony Edwards' frontal lobe is not fully developed yet. Because this is his fourth baby mama, right? Is the mic off? Check. No. Can y'all hear me? This is his. Is this Anthony Edwards' fourth baby mama? Has Anthony Edwards made a baby with a woman and it was his first child? Like, is all his baby mamas a former rapper baby mama? That is insane. I don't know. Again, I think there's a question to be had if a man does not want a child. Is this? I don't even know how to put it because it's not something that I would recommend or do. But is there a way for men to opt out? And unfortunately, I just don't. There isn't, right? Like the New York lawyer. I don't know if y'all follow him. He's actually a good follow on Instagram. But one of the things that he said, he was like, everything that a man is supposed to do when he leaves the marriage, it is enforceable by law, right? But nothing that a woman is supposed to do is enforceable by law when she leaves the marriage, right? So when you have that type of imbalance, it's hard. It's hard to not understand, even though it could be the wrong thing. It's kind of hard to understand why Anthony Edwards did what he did, right? Especially when word on the street was that he paid her $100K to he's not afraid of it. Man, that dude tried to dunk on Joker. He's not afraid of anything. But if he paid the woman $100K, right? Like, she already defrauded him because obviously that was for her to abort it and beyond that, right? So she took that. And she had the baby. He's emotional. He was raised without a father. I don't know. I'm torn on this Anthony Edwards thing, right? Like, I definitely believe that you should be there for your child. But if you hate the child's mother and you feel like you was defrauded, I think there's a question to be had, right? Like, where Are we just gonna say that society is, hey, uh, birth for the child is the moment that sperm hits the egg, you're responsible? I mean, I think that's been the case for sure. Them seasoned gold diggers still in the game, messing up the up and coming one. Hey man, the girls are good at what they do. They hustlers. I hate that they bring kids into those situations, but they are hustlers. Drea's still looking good in the game too. I saw that photo where she was just like laying on the chair and like 40 in that green dress, and I was like, yeah, she probably would have got me too. I don't know, but one of the things I know we don't hear for sure is that when these young boys out here messing up, we don't really hear, they're immature, they're being taken advantage of. It's kind of just like, they got you. Because we know if this was LeBron, a single LeBron, not a married LeBron, we know LeBron do not cheat because he's the GOAT. But like if there was like a single, a single LeBron and a Tyler, right? Like everybody would be like, "Oh my God, he's taking advantage of her." Blah blah blah. Hey man, y'all know I always tell y'all, Drea is like she is like the LeBron of gold digging women that ain't shit. Let's see if I can find Drea real quick. I don't even follow her. Drea's the GOAT. Drea and Bernice are the GOATs. Alright, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here. Make sure this kid done went to bed. I'm gonna start doing these at 9 o'clock, so y'all better start showing up. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm gonna do them at 9. Since everybody old, including me, I'm the senior citizen. Bernice is top tier. But hey man, Bernice and Drea, bro, like they could teach a class on longevity. Like there's some really attractive women, man. All right, man. Y'all got anything before I get out of here, man? We'll be back next Wednesday, 9 o'clock. Oh, we'll drop a pod next Tuesday or Wednesday. Appreciate y'all staying with us, coming in the game. Hey, thank you for 7,000 followers on Instagram. I think we had 3,100 on TikTok. Appreciate y'all, and I believe we're running up to 2,000 on YouTube. We're gonna try to get that up and running here at some point in time. But hey, we do appreciate y'all sticking it in with us, man. Appreciate the last 3 years, the ups and downs, the good, the bad. Appreciate all that. So stay tuned for the future, man. Feel free to always drop us a DM. Always feel free to reach out. If you bros ever need to just talk to somebody, man, you're having a bad day, yo, shoot me a message, man. I'm here for that. I'm good for that. But outside of that, y'all, that's all I got, man. Y'all have a good night.